Okay, we are live. Hello, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
While we were going live, it was telling me to sign into LinkedIn so that we could go live automatically on there. So I'm not sure if it's working or not. But for those of you who are watching on YouTube, please like and follow so you can get notifications of all our live teaching moments that we have here in the Interior Design Business Forum and on my business page, Nancy Ganzicall for Business Coach, LinkedIn, and YouTube, which is where we are live currently. So welcome, Kim, my marketing strategist. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about Instagram engagement.
This is a tough one. It's so time consuming, but is this like the magic bullet that a lot of people are missing?
It kind of is. It kind of is. But first of all, I think we need to clarify exactly what Instagram engagement is because I think it means different things for different people.
Okay.
So if you Googled Instagram engagement, the response you're going to get is Instagram engagement is a measure of how many people interact with the content you post on Instagram. Where we usually come from with Instagram engagement is more of that community factor where you're actually engaging with other people's platforms. And so understanding exactly what your goal is and understanding the definition of engagement. So it's partly really two pieces. The whole is how many people are interacting with the content you're putting on your platform. Exactly. That's if you're Googling what Instagram engagement, that's what it is.
Okay.
We tend to look at Instagram engagement is what are you doing after you've already set up those systems? Because you and I have talked a lot about what people should be posting, how the consistency matters, what kind of content they should do. We've talked about the different neighbors. We've talked about that. But a lot of times people forget that social media is all about community and communication. It's I found a thing. Social media is a conversation and not a broadcast.
And we all use it as a broadcast. And when we start to actually converse with the people commenting on our stuff or commenting on other people's stuff, it's amazing suddenly how we start growing again.
Correct. And people, we've done the same thing. Our clients have expressed the same concern. If I'm talking to someone about Instagram, it's like, I don't know how to do that. The community part, the communication part, how do I engage? And sometimes we overthink it. Like when you meet somebody at a coffee shop and you say, hey, good morning. You're saying good morning. You're not having a philosophical conversation. You're saying good morning. And we need to do that same thing. Go ahead.
Such a good point. No, you just gave me my own light bulb moment. Like even sometimes I'm going through Instagram and I see things I like, but I don't have any kind of unique comments. So I just keep scrolling.
Great. But I remember when 2 years ago I went down to Texas for surgery, and we're from the Midwest, and everybody's, hey, good morning. Like we're just a little bit more friendly. And here we were. It was right after COVID. Everybody was really close and kind of tight, and nobody was smiling, and there was very little interaction because the COVID and all that other stuff. And we were down there for 12 days, and I didn't realize my heart was missing the good morning until we got to like a turnpike. I don't know, it was like in Oklahoma, Kansas, or whatever. Some gentleman, I have no idea who he was. We were waiting in line for coffee, said good morning. I literally went like this to give him a hug because of that social interaction. And that's kind of what we're missing on Instagram is that we post, we do all this great, and then we're like, my followers, I'm not getting any followers. Well, are we saying good morning? Are we interacting? We don't have to do a paragraph. Like Instagram counts 3 to 5 words. Good morning. Hope you have a great day. This is
but we're also not saying just copy and paste. Good morning. Hope you have a great day.
No, we're saying like if someone, an interior designer, posted a beautiful picture of a kitchen, like, oh, that's a gorgeous kitchen. I love the sink. Love the faucet. I love the chairs. Like, I love the color blue. Blue's my favorite color. I know when we're sometimes helping you with your engagement, if someone has blue, I'll just say, oh, blue's my favorite color. I love this. Like,
yes, but I'm going to say, but as an interior designer who's trying to interact with their potential clients who are just regular residential, possibly homeowners, how do they interact authentically? And that's why I love when you said you could just say good morning.
Well, chances are, unless they have their clients picked out that they want to work with, they're not going to know who their clients really are.
Right. They'd have to go to another account that has a similar ideal client, look to see who follows that person or who's interacted with that person, and then start a relationship with that.
Right. And then taking awareness of what they're doing. So if your client is a big proponent of helping the homeless and they share a post that they volunteered at the food kitchen or whatever, commenting on that, say, thank you so much for serving your community.
And sharing it in your stories.
Right. Like, and sharing the stories, sharing, like, love it when I see people support their community. Great job. Or things like that. So you're building that relationship and you're taking it a little step further. And again, like we both know, it takes 20 times for them to see your name before they're going to really know, like, and trust you. And yesterday I did several teachings, and that was the number one thing people really didn't have any understanding. I said, it's about a relationship and not, again, broadcasting. And that's where we make that mistake on Instagram. But we also let the fear of engagement, like, oh, what if I comment on the wrong, what if I use the wrong words? What if I don't say the right thing? If you're genuine and authentic, it'll work. It'll work. It'll work.
Right. Like, in other words, just like you said, it's like walking by somebody on the street and saying, good morning. I love your pocketbook. I love your outfit. That's a great, anything, right? You're complimenting, you're making a comment on what they're posting. That's what we're talking about, engagement. So how to increase engagement rate organically? What does that mean?
That would be more of what you're posting and how you're communicating across with your feed. And so things like, are you using the reels? Carousel posts get 3 to 1 times more engagement than anything else that you can post on social media.
I actually like them too. When someone says, like, the 5 mistakes an interior designer makes, and then you scroll to the mistake number 1, mistake number 2. Like, I like them too. I don't do that. We don't do that many of them, but we do like them.
Right. We like them, and we're trying to incorporate more in all of our clients that it makes sense for them to do. Interior designers, it's really easy to do carousel posts, is show your before and afters.
Yes.
Like, though that's a great way to do that. Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, and then carousel posts actually have the highest rate of engagement of everything that you're posting, more than the reels, more than everything. The documents are showing that carousel posts have a high rate, because usually when you post a carousel post, the last frame will say, if you like this, save it, share it, do something with it. We're telling people what to do. And so that's one thing I'm really seeing, trying to, like, preach to people. Like, if you are on your feed, tell somebody what to do with it.
Yes.
Love this kitchen? Give us a heart. Do you want to know more? Want to see more of my projects? Go to my website. You want to send me a DM if you got questions, and trying to give people something to do, because we're scrolls. We don't really stop and think. We just keep scrolling. So that is a big thing. Okay. Knowing who your audience is really big. And I know that you really preach on, like, I even quoted you yesterday when someone was talking about something. I said, well, I know someone who says the riches is in the niches. But a great way to know your audience and how to engage is using your stories, asking questions, asking polls, sharing responses. That is a great way to know your client, your customer, and then engaging them. And they say that 58% of users become interested in a brand because of something they shared in their stories.
Ooh, that's a good statistic.
Yes. And so if you can share even that before, like, in the process of picking out the wallpaper or picking out the carpet and intriguing someone into that stories, they're going to follow your brand because they want to see that final project, especially if something that they like. If you're a designer and you show me this beautiful light fixture for my bathroom that you're going to use in this design, I want to see what it's like. So I'm going to start following you so I can see what that final project is. And that's a challenge to designers, to make sure you're showing that final project.
Okay, and that's the organic engagement that you're talking about. Do the carousels, direct them to what to do next. Click on the link.
Right.
Tell them to call you.
Correct.
And then just get them interested with what's to come.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And as far as growing your followers, so I'm sure most people are aware of Gary Vaynerchuk has this platform called $1.80. And what it is that they have done tests that you need to comment on 90 posts a day and give your 2 cents on 90 posts a day. That's why it's $1.80. That's why the software is called $1.80, for you to see the growth in those numbers organically. That's what you need to do. So he's got a platform. So I've been playing around with it.
Well, what does the platform do?
It helps you go with your top 10 hashtags, and then it pulls in post related to those hashtags. And then you can comment on them right from the platform and as you, so that it makes it easier to comment on the 90 posts. So you don't have to search for them. So it's kind of a cool concept. I did 10 posts this morning and it took me about 20 minutes. So this is where, so I commented on 10 posts this morning.
So you put in a hashtag into his program.
Yes.
It brought up posts that have that hashtag that you
Correct.
figured out would be your ideal client in this scenario.
Correct.
Then to comment on 10 posts, it took you 20 minutes.
Correct.
And you need to do that 9.
So what I want to do is give people encouragement that I did this a couple weeks ago on another Instagram account of mine, and it made a difference. And I only did 10 posts. Like I didn't do the whole 90 because I don't have that much time. But
well, because that's 1,800 minutes divided by 60. You can't do that.
Right. Maybe I'll get faster. I don't know. But what the moral of the story is, even that little bit that I did a couple weeks ago, I was still seeing new people starting to follow me a week or two later that I had commented on it. So it's a great way to, so you follow the hashtag, and you can do it organically in Instagram, is look up your hashtag. What you want to think of is people that are working in complementary areas that you're doing. Because if you just look up interior design, New York, who knows what you're going to get if you're a designer. What you want to do is be real specific. Like, do you only work in a certain area, Long Island? Do you want to work with certain contractors? Do you want to work with people that maybe follow certain product brands that you would be using? And those are the hashtags that you want to use. And then,
Gotcha.
And then follow that. Locally, we're a smaller area. So I usually try to do like the Sioux Falls Visiting Center, Sioux Falls Chamber Office, some like the Washington Pavilion, which is got arts and plays and the orchestra and stuff. So if you are a luxury designer, those people tend to do that. Think of what they're doing for hobbies and then follow that
hobby and then interact with those people.
Correct. So if you're just, if your client would be ones that go to the theater, then find out where that local theater is, follow that, comment on their post like, oh, that looks like a great play. And then your name will get shown a little bit more.
So question, and I think I know the answer, but I just want to put it out there. A lot of people have private Instagram accounts who are following the accounts that you want to. So you really can't do anything with them unless you follow them and they accept your follow, and then you can comment on their stuff.
Correct. But most businesses will have.
Well, most businesses are open, but if you're an interior designer looking for residential homeowners,
correct,
for your services, a lot of times you could go to, let's say, a manufacturer that your clients love. You
right.
have a luxury client, they love this brand. So you go to that brand, you look to see who follows the brand or who interacts with that brand. And then you go to their Instagram and you interact with their stuff is
correct.
One method.
Yes.
And with this Gary Vanderchuck 180 software, does he charge for it?
It's $15 a month. So I've had it, haven't really used it. And that's like, okay, I'm going to get serious and start doing it and just try to see. And I am noticing a little bit difference. So
interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just another avenue for people, especially if you're, it's great. They run like a 14-day trial. It's great for you to go in and test it and try out the different hashtags to see what kind of stuff gets brought up. And it might help you get over that fear of most people get on like, I don't even know where to start with engagement.
Mm-hmm.
And so, another tip is that the Washington Pavilion, I can go to their account and I can look to see who is following them, because that's who is going to be my client probably if I'm looking for luxury design that are people who are interested in the theater. Look at that. And then from those followers, start looking at the different posts that they're posting. That's why engagement really, if you want to grow your Instagram, like you
need to do engagement.
Yes.
We noticed that. I haven't grown a tremendous amount over the years because I haven't done the engagement like I'm supposed to be doing. I don't pay anyone to do the engagement most of the time. But when we do engagement, we do grow. So engagement is what's going to make you grow, everybody. And that's the part that's the hardest. So you're saying Gary Vee recommends 90 comments on other people's posts a day for you to actively engage. But that's a freaking lot. So if you can even do 10 a day and watch to see if your following starts to grow, you can actually then even imagine how much it would grow if you could do 90 a day.
So what I do when we're working and teaching this to people how to use the engagement is set a certain amount. Say, I'm going to set a goal of engaging with 5 a day. I'm leaving 5 comments every time I touch Instagram, and just make that as your first rule. And then once you get in the habit of that, then it'll be easy to make the 10 comments.
Yes.
Yes.
I used to have a rule for myself. I used to, when I was a one-woman show, basically, I think I had one staff member, but my whole social media was done by me. I used to go 10 minutes a day on each platform, just focused on the business of the platform. So 10 minutes on LinkedIn, 10 minutes on Facebook, business page, 10 minutes on my group, 10 minutes on Instagram. But it was a focused 10 minutes where I was just doing what you were saying, either posting or engaging. It was focused. I didn't go down the rabbit hole of looking at everyone's stuff for fun, which I can do when I'm watching TV at night. Those 10 minutes were very focused.
Correct. And if you could dedicate that, you will probably see the change that you want in that platform.
Yeah, dedicating it is the problem.
It is. It is. We all get so busy. But again, if you can walk away with anything from today, remember that social media is a conversation and not a broadcast. And if you're using social media as a broadcast tool, that is fine. But know that you're not going to get those results. And don't be mad at it for not giving you the results that you want it to give when we're not using it as the way that it was intended to be used.
To be social.
Yes.
Not
It's
just
still a great tool. I mean, it's a great tool. You think of, like, most people think of social media when you're using marketing, like a magazine or a TV commercial. That's how we're treating it. But we have the benefit of taking it that next level and actually having coffee with somebody.
Yes. Okay. This was a good brain adjustment. I think one that everybody needs. So Instagram engagement is about you socializing with other accounts that you want to create relationships with, is really the mindset. And then we're saying that, although impossible in our eyes, 90 interactions a day where you're posting on other people's accounts will create a trajectory of growth that you're going to want. But 90 a day is impossible, at least for me, for sure. And for you.
And that's why Gary Vee is selling the software.
Yeah, but it's not making the posts for you. It's just gathering them by hashtag, which you can do for free by searching by hashtag.
It makes it much easier.
Gotcha.
Well,
you can do it on your desktop too, and you can do all
it makes it much easier. They even have captions that you can
copy paste.
Yeah, just click on the button. So it does make it much easier. And I could have probably went through quicker, but I'm trying to be authentic. Well, and I want to be authentic. I don't want to comment on someone that I wouldn't be my ideal person that I want to comment, because it will pull in other people's stuff too that maybe isn't that ideal client or whatever. And so I'm not going to comment on something just for the sake of numbers. And so a lot depends on the approach too.
Right. Okay. All right. How do they find you to get more help with their Instagram? And I mean, your Get It Done Club is still my absolute favorite for people who are not yet able to pay a decent amount of money for someone to take care of it for them. So tell them a little bit about your Get It Done Club and then how to get to you.
Okay. So the Get It Done Club is where we meet once a week, and I am either your coach, your trainer, your accountability partner. I will help you.
All of the above hats.
Yes. Any of the hats that you need. If you just have questions on your marketing, we help you can establish a plan on how to get your marketing out there. It's great. Some people come on and that's all they do is they have an hour dedicated to the marketing per week. We have a software program that we include in the membership site or a membership program of the Get It Done Club. We meet, there's 3 different times that we meet during the week, and you can choose which time you meet. Some people will meet, even come on twice. Kind of depends on where their needs are for that week. If they come to Monday and then they get stuck, then they'll hop on the Friday group and ask that question. Yeah, it's just great because sometimes we all need someone that knows and lives and breathes social media in our back pocket and can help us. Like, my Instagram and Facebook aren't connecting. What do I do? Or I'm stuck. I don't know what to post on Instagram this week. Or can you help me develop? How do I do highlights? How do I create those highlights? And we'll create those highlights right there during the club.
Oh, I love this. So a bunch of people come on to Zoom. Some of them are working in the background, but they know you're there to ask a question to. They're hearing other people, so they're getting inspiration on what to post. They're getting the guts by being together with other people to pull the trigger and engage and post, all in a once a week accountability group, basically.
Correct.
You got it.
Yes.
Okay. How do they find you?
FreshImpactLLC.com.
Okay, we also put KimVanderpool.com underneath. It goes to the same place. So you guys, if you need help with your social media, it's locking you up, you're nervous about it, you don't know how to do it, get on Kim's calendar, check out the Get It Done Club, because I literally think this is one of the greatest things you've ever come up with.
Thank you.
I really love it.
Yes, it's really providing a great service for the clients, especially when I think everybody should learn how to do their social media before you outsource.
Yes. Yes.
Because then you know your voice, you know what you want. It helps you be able to hire the right person that's a right fit for you once you know what you want.
Yeah, because people get really mad at their social media people. You're not doing what I want. I don't like it. I don't like it. But they've never figured out what they actually like themselves. And they don't
Correct.
realize how long it takes. Just like interior designers have clients who don't know how long their design takes. I think people don't understand how long it takes to actually do the social media well.
Correct. And having a reason and a purpose and a strategy. And we talk about all that and helping develop the marketing goals, all that in the club. So.
Yep. All right. And someone did comment, I follow a few custom builders in my area and in another state. Going to another state for the weekend and have a meeting with one set up for Monday. See, that's the engagement. I love it. Another 2 LinkedIn, more local. So yeah, engaging on social media is what's going to create those relationships, not only grow your following. And in the end, what do we do it for? Mostly people are on social media to gain more business. So make sure you're using it and engaging properly in order to get more business, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, hop over to KimVanderpool.com. Get a consult with Kim if you're struggling with your social media. And of course, check out the Get It Done Club, which is a social media accountability group. And you give a free software in there so they can post to all their platforms all the way through one software, which I think is incredible. And they have you there to help them out when they get stuck, which is beautiful. All right, everyone, we'll see you next time. I'll be going live almost every day of the week starting soon with all our new sponsors. So if you guys have topics that you're interested in hearing about related to social media, please put it below so that Kim and I can serve you guys better. All right. Thanks, Kim. Talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.